Hey everyone, Corey here, coming at you from Austin, Texas, and today I wanted to discuss with you the barriers to entry for real estate investment. So if you're like me, you might have a little bit of money sitting around and you're thinking, where's the best place that I can put this? And maybe real estate has come to your mind. It's very possible. I just went through this whole process myself. It's very fresh on my mind, and I just kind of want to document it for you guys so that you don't feel quite so alone, and it's not quite as daunting of a task to get your first rental property and get it rented out to tenants. So I got really lucky with mine. Shout out to my real estate agent, Colette Fitzgerald. If you're in the Austin area, please look her up. She took me under her wing and really helped walk me through these processes. So the first thing is the barrier to entry. Like, can you even get involved in real estate investing? What are the things that you need to have already taken care of before it's even a possibility? First thing is your debt to income ratio, which take all your monthly debt, your mortgages, if you have one, your car payments, anything else that you owe, add that up and divide that by your monthly income. All right, and that's your debt to income ratio. When you get out a mortgage, the lenders will look at this ratio and decide if you're too risky for a loan. If you have more than 35% of a debt to income ratio, they typically won't give you another loan. So keep that in mind. If your debt to income ratio is higher than that, now is probably not a great time to be thinking about real estate investing. There's still plenty of other investment opportunities for you out there. You can do stocks, you can do mutual funds, you can look into bonds, but I don't know that real estate is your choice right now. So first thing is debt to income ratio. Second thing is going to be your credit score. So you're going to want to have a decent credit score, probably in the 700s, I would say, to really get a good rate to make it worth it. If your interest rate is sky high on a rental property, you're going to be losing money. You're going to be bleeding money out through that interest rate. So you want to make sure your FICO score is in very good or good status. That way that you get that really good interest rate that makes sense for the overall financial picture. So first thing, debt to income. Second thing is your FICO score, your credit score. Make sure those things are in order, and if they are, fantastic. The third thing, and this might be the one that gets most people, is you need to have a pretty large sum of money. You're gonna have to put 20% down on this investment property. I think the lenders at this point require that as a minimum. At least they did with me in 2020 when I got mine. 20% down. So that's 20% plus any closing costs that might come up. So let's take, for example, a $200,000 house. You're looking at around $45,000 you'll need up front to invest into that house. And if you have that money sitting around, that's great. This is probably a really good choice for you. But if you don't, maybe you want to start looking at stocks or start saving that up, building that nest egg. You want to already pretty much be debt free as far as student loans are concerned, or any other really large payments besides mortgages. That way you can really just focus on the real estate game. So if you still have student loans and you still have other things, I'll make another series for that, and that's a good time to get your first house, which is what I did. I bought my first house. I still had $80,000 of student debt. I always thought, I'm not eligible to get a house. There's no way, but it's very possible, and it's a great place to put your money. So if you're looking to get your first house, I'll create a new series on that. Comment below if you're interested in that, and maybe I'll go to that one first. But investment properties, first thing, barriers to entry, large down payment, 20%, credit score needs to be good, and then lastly, your debt to income ratio. So next we'll talk about, setting up the criteria for the type of property that you want. It's very important to define a criteria and then stick to it as you look. I looked for my house that I purchased for about 4 months. So you want to be very particular about the type that you get and make sure that it falls within your price range. Make sure that you end up with, breaking even every month, or at least a positive cash flow, and certain things like that. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.